In writing, idea, purpose, and audience are connected. You might start with an audience, or you might start with an idea, but whatever your starting point, all three aspects are important. It is your responsibility as a writer to make your purpose clear. You may need to come back and review this presentation later when you are crafting your own writing. Let's start with purpose. Common purposes in writing are to entertain, to persuade, to inform, and to reflect. It is possible to combine purposes, and all of these purposes serve to provoke thought in a reader. Now let's move on to audience, who you are writing for. Your audience will influence how you communicate your purpose. Some example audiences are young people, wider society, or a specific audience, such as film buffs, if you are writing a film review. Remember that audience is not just your teacher. Here are some examples of how to target audiences. If your audience is young people, you would need to choose a topic that they can relate to and use language that they can understand. If your target audience are film buffs, then you would need to choose an appropriate film to review and use film terminology. If your audience is wider society, you would need to choose a topical idea that many people may be interested in, such as an environmental issue. And if appropriate, you could support your ideas with facts or research. These are just some examples of the types of audiences that you could target in your writing. Next, let's move on to coming up with an idea. Your main idea could come to you in a number of ways, from your own experience or an experience of a family member or friend, from something you have read, viewed, or heard about, or from your imagination. Remember that purpose, audience, and idea are all connected. Here is one example of connecting purpose, audience, and idea. This example comes from a piece of writing that you will look at later in this resource. It is about a Malaysian teenager becoming a New Zealand citizen. The key idea of this piece is the student's memory of becoming a New Zealand citizen. Her key purpose is to reflect upon the experience and to entertain the reader. And the target audience of the piece of writing are young people, perhaps those who are struggling with their identity. In this example, you can see how purpose, audience, and idea are all connected in order to form a piece of writing.
Created using Powtoon.